Hello everybody, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine. It's day 29 of 30 clean and simple Christmas cards. I'm hoping this is going to be a quickie. Still feeling a little bit under the weather, and yes, I have enjoyed this series, but it has been hard work. If you would like to give a hype to this video or a thumbs up if you've seen any of my videos in this series, that would really help my little channel out. Anyway, I've been rifling through my scraps box. That's one scraps box of many. I've cut myself a 4-inch square card. I've got a scrap of white and I've got this, and I need to get my stamp platform. We're going Christmas trees again because I figure that lots of you have got lots of different types of Christmas tree. This is clean and simple in that it uses minimal supplies, but we're not going one layer today. I'm using this background stamp from Julie Hickey that we have used before. We did it in that lovely Lost Shadow colourway, but I figured we haven't done a lot in red actually, which is a really festive colour, isn't it? So red and white is the way that we are going today. Don't know what size this square is. I'm going to cut it down anyway. So I want it to look natural. So we'll stamp like that. I think you're straight. Let's hope so. And I'm using a beautiful rich red colour. I'm using Lumberjack Plaid from the lovely Tim Holtz. I have had a little bit of an oops moment. And I was out yesterday afternoon visiting my dad, and my parcel from a company called Go Crafty arrived, and nobody in was to take receipt of it, and the postie put a little slip through the door saying that it would be delivered on Monday. And bless, he came at about 6 o'clock in the evening in the torrential rain. You can see I've missed a bit there, and delivered the parcel. So I've unboxed that today. I wouldn't normally advise swiping over your stamps, but I can see that I'd got some areas that I hadn't caught. Yes, so I've unboxed that today, and there are some Tim Holtz goodies. This may well be upside down, but it doesn't matter because I haven't stamped on the base layer. That would be a disaster, and this may not be entirely straight. But here we go, let's have a look. Oh yes, lovely. And it was indeed upside down. Going to give that a minute to dry before I cut it. Let's just stamp that on there to clean it. I do need some more wet wipes to clean my stamps with. There we go. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I've got this little set from Julie Hickey. And I'm going to stamp this little tree. We used this stamp, if you remember, using smooshed backgrounds, inky backgrounds, and different patterned papers, and I cut all the bits up. Some of you really enjoyed that card. So what I'm going to do now, would help if you had an acrylic block, Ashley. I'm going to stamp this in black, and I'm going to heat emboss in clear, because I'm going to paint it. I've never used this, it's really sticky. I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to paint it with the Lumberjack Plaid. But the black is just going to give a lovely bit of definition to our card. Let's not be entirely wasteful of our scraps, although, do you know, I've got that many, it doesn't really matter. Just leaving a moment for the ink to make contact with the card. There we go. Let's get some scrap paper and our clear embossing powder. Pop that back in the jar. And we will give this a little heat set with the heat tool. I should have let my heat tool heat up properly before I started trying to melt the embossing powder. Note to self, Ashley. Right, those can go away because we don't need those just at the moment. Let's bring this in. Oh, look, it was a scrap already. There we go. And then I'm going to cut this down. So my card base is 4 inches square. I'm going to cut to, let's do 2 3/4. No, we do 3 inches square. And okay, let's bring in my card base. We'll have you that way, actually, like so. Ooh, I don't know whether to. No, I'm not going to mount it on any black. I'm just going to use it as is. Using a little bit of collal so I've got wiggle room. I did fill my collal up the other day. Just make sure that we have this the right way and the card the right way. And obviously you could do this in any colour. Green would look really nice. But I just felt we haven't done much in red. Does that look central to you? Kind of. Then I'm going to smoosh. That's probably more than enough. I'm going to spray with this spray, which has got a bit of mica in it. So we should get a very faint shimmer. And then just using a fine brush, you could use a water brush. And because I've heat embossed, it should just, the paint should just resist all of the stamping. I'm not giving it too much thought. Yeah, so who says Christmas trees have to be green? We had pink ones the other day. And we've got a red one today, and I've just splodged outside the line there. Never mind. Give that a moment to dry. We will cut it out. So tomorrow is day 30 and I'm going to be doing some watercolouring again and using stamps from a magazine set that I think many of you will have. There is our little tree. Pop those in there, and I've got this to use for something else. Now you could obviously set that up on a foam pad if you wanted to. Because I'm going to be posting this, I'm not going to. So we just add a little bit of ink. I don't mean ink, I mean glue. I'm going to put it in the corner like that there. And then there's one more thing I'm going to add. Well, a couple of things, which I'm going to add off camera just for the, what's the word I'm looking for? Benefit of not using up all of your time. All I've done to finish off is die cut the word joy from this set that was a bargain from Hazel Eaton. Should have been 12 quid and it was £4.20. And then I've used this star die from Hazel's set, which is called Hazel Eaton for Julie Hickey. It's called You're a Star die set. And there's lots of different shaped stars and patterns and things. That's really useful. I just used the tiniest scrap. I've used one little glitter gem for the dot of the joy, and that's it. That is card 29 done. Use whatever tree stamp you've got. Use whatever colour you want. Use whatever embellishments you want. If I was batch making this, I would do all of my stamping, cut that down, do this stamping. You don't have to heat emboss it, but it does add a little bit of resistance when you are watercolouring. Not particularly good colouring. You could easily just stamp that on red card and in black and cut it out. I'd do all my die cutting and then assembling. You could have it on your lap in front of the telly like a little production line going on. Anyway, we are going to try and do a watercolour card tomorrow with some granulating watercolours I've not used before. I'm hoping that there's some green in there. We're going to end with green. Do take care, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye now.